Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So today is kind of, I'm not gonna call it like an update video, but it's kind of me telling you guys my journey from starting to read manga and collect manga all the way to right now, and just kind of updating you guys how I'm collecting, what I'm collecting, and just how I'm going about things. I'm also gonna be talking about some mistakes I've made, some, awesome things I've been able to do to find great deals, and just the whole thing. Alrighty, so to start at the beginning, we have this book right here. This is the Death Note Volume 1 Black Edition. Now this was the first manga that I ever purchased, but this was actually not for myself. Well, kind of. It was, I believe I purchased it for my brother, but I also read it obviously. But this was like the first manga related thing I'd ever purchased. I didn't really know a lot about manga. I had not watched anime before, but oh, actually, no, sorry. I had watched Death Note. As a lot of you guys know, that's one of the only animes I've watched knowing it was anime. But to get into the actual first purchase for myself, we have the one and only Dragon Ball box set. Now this thing right here is something that I never watched Dragon Ball growing up as a kid. I was never really into it. None of my friends really watched it. I think my cousins did, but I mostly grew up like at parties or something like that playing the Dragon Ball games, but never actually watching it. So this right here was a really cool experience, as well as some other series like Hunter x Hunter and My Hero Academia. So real quick, the Death Note I purchased at Newbury Comics. I knew they had manga obviously because I had seen it there once. Dragon Ball was at Amazon, so I bought that off Amazon. And then Hunter x Hunter I think was either Barnes & Noble or Newbury Comics, I'm not 100% sure. And then My Hero Academia I'm pretty sure was at Newbury Comics. Now luckily at those times, most of the stores were actually having deals, so Dragon Ball box set I got for a deal off Amazon. It was less than retail, whatever it is now, 70, 60 bucks. Death Note, Newbury Comics was having a buy two get one free sale, as well as Barnes & Noble's having a buy two get one free sale, which they haven't had in a while for manga ever since COVID, so I don't know if that's coming back. But of course with those series I've also bought some other series and some more volumes through that series. So most of those I bought through the buy two get one free sale, which is a pretty good deal at Barnes & Noble's, but some of those I probably bought when there was no sale going on either. I was paying full retail, not knowing about websites like Right Stuff. So obviously there was some mistakes made when I was making those purchases. The deals were pretty good, but full retail is not good for even those deals or some of the other purchases I made way back in the day. I started purchasing these, I believe, about 2 years ago. Another similar series to these, I picked up The Promised Neverland. I picked up a lot of stuff that I had never heard about, but I was just in Barnes & Noble's or I was in Newbury Comics, and the spines, attracted my eye. I picked up the book. It looked pretty cool. I read the back of it. It sounded pretty cool. Most of these ended up just being like really good series, but also very like well-known, very popular series. There wasn't any niche to these series. And then after those purchases, I made purchases like Soul Eater, One Punch Man, things that are like very safe purchases. I feel like everyone kind of starts in this transition from very safe shonen purchases to then whatever your niche is, whether it's seinen or shoujo or whatever you figure out you really actually like and enjoy. Not that people don't like shonen, but I feel like some people kind of move out of shonen to seinen, more like myself. But it definitely took a while. Once again, I didn't learn about Right Stuff for a while. There was definitely a couple months of collecting where I was just purchasing from Barnes & Noble's, Amazon, and Newbury Comics. Now that was, let's say that was August. From August, let's say 2019, from August of 2019 to maybe October of 2019. Once October hit, I don't think I purchased anything all the way till maybe April of 2020. Whenever I started this channel, basically, I'd picked up some stuff and I kind of wanted to, I'd been posting a couple things on the Manga Collector subreddit because that was kind of cool. Like I'd never experienced any type of manga community before, so I didn't even know it existed. And then from there, I decided to make the channel, obviously. And then from making that channel, that is where my luck has just absolutely exploded. Especially through Facebook Marketplace, I found crazy deals. If you go to my channel and you like filter to like the oldest videos, you'll see some of my hauls were just insane for like $1 per volume or like $3 per volume, like Bleach, a bunch of Dark Horse series. I just had some insane luck. Facebook Marketplace was also less known, and there was also less people hunting it, if that makes sense. There's definitely a lot more people hunting and scalping right now, so you can still find some deals, but it is a little harder at the moment, and probably not going to be getting any easier, as I've talked about a lot of other people have talked about it. A lot of this stuff I would not own if I wasn't able to get it for $5 or less per volume. Berserk, I probably would be collecting the hardcovers. I'd probably not even read it before if I wasn't able to pick up the singles for the steal that I was, which was probably, I think, $2 a volume, $1 a volume, something like that. Same goes to Bleach, One Piece, Dora Hit Dora. I mean, literally like 75 or like 60% of my collection is stuff that I would not have owned if I had to pay retail or even Right Stuff prices for that matter. So that's kind of an interesting piece to my collecting is taking advantage and being able to find, you know, these deals on Facebook, also these deals in stores. I've talked to you guys a lot about this, but make sure you're searching comic store in your area. And, you know, I usually put in my area, but I'm also like, you know, up to 50 miles or something like that. So pretty wide range because I can drive. Then just call them up, see if they have manga, because a lot of them do end up having manga. And I'll also like talk to you guys, and you know, some of you guys would be like, oh, like, you know, I got nothing in my stores, you know, like all the stores around me are terrible, my state's terrible for manga, but then I'll be talking to someone else who's from your state and they'll end up finding some crazy stuff. So definitely, you know, don't just take the L, make sure you're calling, make sure you're doing your actual due diligence. But yeah, so I started in shonen, and that's primarily the stuff I picked up. I think the closest to seinen I picked up, which I think is seinen, Prison School. I read a volume of Prison School like that. It was obviously more adult themed, but then I also picked up this volume called Monster by Urasawa, and if you guys have read Monster, you know that it is as seinen as you can get pretty much. It's a very adult themed manga. It's, you know, heavy in terms of psychological darkness and violence and whatnot, and it's really, really good. And I think after reading that, plus 20th Century Boys, I think the Drifting Classroom, even Beastars to an extent, kind of made me realize that I enjoy a little more of a seinen manga than a shonen manga. Now, I love shonen manga, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I need a little more of a darker manga. So from there, checking out volumes like Ajin, Dora Hidoro, Berserk, I really, and also Battle Royale, I really fell in love with, like I said, this kind of darker manga. And once again, I think some people will, you know, branch out of shonen or branch out of the, you know, type of genre or manga that you start with, and some people will kind of dive deeper into that genre or type of manga. So some people will start with maybe a seinen, maybe Death Note or something like that, or shonen, I don't know what it technically is, or they'll start with another shonen and they'll just kind of just go deeper and deeper into shonen, maybe reading some volumes or some series that people haven't really heard about. So it's kind of all a personal thing of where your own journey goes to. But mine definitely started gravitating towards seinen, while also still picking up shonen, obviously, because I like shonen. And then from there, I would say, you know, while still some of the volumes I was picking up were still some, you know, rare volumes, I think that really started with Battle Royale and being able to pick up some of those physicals, because that is a manga that I read on scans before I started all this collecting, and obviously knew I wanted. And I was able to get them for a really good price. I think I'm only one volume away. I've got them all for either retail or under, which is like $10. And I think that kind of helped to kickstart this journey of wanting to pick up, you know, rare manga, or things that are hard to find. But not like, because I already read it, I wasn't in any like rush to pick it up. And I think some of the deals I got also kind of kickstarted this like obsession with not wanting to pay a lot of money for volumes and not like bring myself to do that. I think the most I'd pay for a volume is maybe $30 or $40, but that's also like a one-time or two-time thing. I would not pay that per volume for multiple volumes of the series. I kind of pride myself on being able to pick up series for, like, once again, retail or under. So that kind of jump-started some things of picking up volumes like Eden's an Endless World, or volumes like Mushishi right here. And I mean, these are just 2 volumes out of a lot of out-of-print stuff and, you know, some out-of-print series I have. And that's kind of the track that I'm on right now, just kind of updating you guys on what I'm picking up. For the most part, I'm looking for harder to find things, stuff that you can't find every day, that you can't find in everyone's collection. But once again, I don't pay a lot of money for these volumes. I don't recommend you do. I think, you know, there's ways of going around it to try to find them without paying a ton of money. Now, you also have to be a very patient person. I'm extremely patient when it comes to this stuff. I'm not like, I don't need to finish things right away. And I think that's probably the most important thing that you can focus on if you're, you know, wanting to collect rare manga, because it's very easy to go out there if you have the money and spend $600 or $800 or $900 on a series because it's on there for eBay. You can pick it up all in one swoop. But at the end of the day, that's way too much money for, you know, in my opinion, to spend on manga in terms of just one series that, you know, you might be able to piece together a lot cheaper. That's also another reason why you gotta be careful if you're paying $30, $40 per volume, because at the end of the day, a lot of those can add up, and, you know, at the end of the day, you're looking at it and you're like, I could have bought this set for less than what I paid per volume. You have to look at it that way, and also, you know, just be careful of that. Now, that's kind of the status I'm currently at, I guess. Honestly, like, I don't know if I really defined myself earlier in this, you know, channel or just in general, but I would definitely define myself as a manga collector. I like, once again, collecting things that people don't have that are interesting. You know, I'm not gonna just pay a lot of money for a bad series or something just because it's rare, once again. And I think that's why it's okay to call myself a collector, and you know, maybe sometimes collect things that I'm not planning to read right away, but because I got them for a really good deal. And once again, really good deal. Like, we're not just talking about a kind of good deal, we're talking about a really, really good deal. Like, an example for anyone who maybe this is their first video on my channel, you know, something like this, like a Trigun Omnibus, all 5 of them for $5 a piece. I'm not gonna just let that go. I'm not gonna take it and flip it. So some of you guys may be happy about that. But, you know, even though I don't plan on reading it right away, this is a very popular series. It goes for a lot of money. So for $5 a volume, like, I'll read it eventually, but I'm definitely gonna pick it up. There's obviously a bunch of other series that I'm kind of just chilling and picking up, you know, when I can for as cheap as I can. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a, you know, little update on, you know, where I started and where I'm at currently. Still picking up shonen and stuff like that, but I'm also kind of branching out into some shoujo with Banana Fish, Requiem and the Rose King, Quintessential Quintuplets, you know, some other stuff, you know, kind of branching out, but, you know, also kind of focusing on what I really enjoy, which is seinen. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see a collection video, I am planning on doing that soon. It's gonna be my last collection video in this setup with these shelves, these janky shelves. The next time you should see a collection video will be like in my own house. I'm looking to purchase a house soon. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe you got something from it. If you want to leave down in the comments kind of your journey and you know, short or long, however you guys want to do it. But maybe, you know, what type of manga you were reading when you first started, and maybe now what type of manga you're reading now, if it's the same genre or type of manga, or if you're, you know, kind of expanded into other stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.